1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey everybody, Toni Craft here. Today I wanted to do another shrinky dink project. This time I wanted to do a bit of like a punk rock feminist theme, maybe for some backpack charms or jewelry charms. I'm doing a page of frosted and a page of clear shrinky dink material. I have a bag of permanent markers, a pad of permanent ink, some letter stamps, scissors, and a hole puncher. And the hole puncher is for creating the hole ahead of time to make your charms. And then I'm going to try something with a little bit of paint. I've been using this gold paint, which I'm kind of in love with. And so I wanted to see if I could paint acrylic on one side and then stamp the other side. So we're going to let that dry. And then here I am just making some designs. You can do whatever you want. Just remember these things shrink, so you want to make it a lot bigger than you think you need to. So now that these things are dry, and I'm just checking it to make sure, I'm going to flip it over and use my materials on the back side as well. And I haven't perfected this per se. Sometimes the color comes off during baking when you do both sides, but in some cases it ends up working really well. So I enjoy kind of doing that layered look. So here I am just putting some finishing touches. You can go as crazy or as simple as you want on these. And when you cut them out, you want to make sure that you're rounding the edges. These things come out pretty sharp after you bake them if you do not round your edges. So here I am just carefully cutting these out and rounding my edges. And you do have to be a little bit careful. I would suggest using smaller scissors than I used. The plastic does tend to rip a little bit. I'm just punching holes where I want my charms to hang. Now here I am on my baking sheet. I laid down a piece of parchment paper and I'm spreading these out so they don't end up sticking together. I'm going to take another piece of parchment paper and lay that on top. This helps them from curling up on themselves. Occasionally they'll curl up and stick to themselves or to each other. So putting an extra layer on top helps that to not happen. You're going to preheat your oven to 350. Place your shrinky dinks on the middle rack and set your timer for 3 minutes. If you want, you can also watch them, and once they finish curling up, laying back down flat, you wait an extra 30 seconds and that means they're done. So here mine are. You can see they've shrunk quite a bit. That gold, the gold paint came out awesome. And the rest of them came out pretty good too. All right, so now we're going to turn these into charms. You do need a couple of tools and some jump rings. Jump rings are little rings, which I'm using far too small of rings. You can get bigger ones than this. Jump rings are rings that have a little opening in them, and you open them by using two tools to turn them in different directions. You should be able to find tutorials on that all over the internet. And basically you just open it up, slip it in, close it back up, and now you have a charm. So I'm going to put jump rings on each one of these. And then I do have one that I'm actually going to do 2 jump rings on and turn it into a necklace. Here I'm showing you, I have one that I did not put a hole in because I was thinking it would make a nice pin. So I do have a pin back, but I'm not going to show how to glue that on. It's basically just glue. All right, so for the necklace piece, I need larger jump rings. Gonna put that in, close it back up, bada bing, bada boom. I have some chain by the yard or by the foot. So I'm just cutting that down to the size that I want. And you guys know me, I'm not about to measure it, I just eyeball it. So here I am cutting the chain with my cutter. And I cut the chain in half because I'm going to put a clasp at the top. So here I am doing the clasp and jump ring. Okay. And now sometime very soon I realized that the chain openings were not big enough to go on my larger jump rings. So we're gonna fast forward to the part where I had to add more jump rings. And get it all together. And here we are. We have an awesome Riot Grrrl necklace. And here I'm just showing that you could take those charms and place them right on the necklace that you just made if you don't have a charm bracelet or something like that. And really they all go well together. So I hope you liked today's videos. If you make some awesome punk rock charms, please comment below and let me know how it went. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do that. I'd appreciate it. Like this video, and if you'll hit the little bell, you will get notifications anytime I post a video, so you won't miss a thing. All right, have a wonderful week. I post every Thursday and Saturday. See you next time.